nobody knew about by a porn star named Sophie Budox or something. I can't remember. Her last name is French. Y'all heard about it. Y'all do the stuff. Do your own research on that one. But anywho, y'all know what happened. Y'all was there this summer. But he exposed completely about everything that Drake had going on. And Drake didn't respond right away. Drake dropped his album. He dropped Scorpion. And when I tell you it was a two-sided album, and people always want to argue about that it wasn't 2 discs, but it was definitely a double album. The album was a double album. Side A and side B. It could have been considered a double album, or it could have been considered just side A and side B. But the first side A was all rapping. Like, he rapped the whole album through. And then side B was all singing. And he addressed everything from the baby all the way down to his sexuality, just everything. Him meeting his baby's mother, everything. How he feels about his mother, his dad, just him being a single dad, just everything. He expressed it, and it was a really dope album. I would say it was one of Drake's best albums. And it went a bunch of times platinum, and he was the first male ever to have 1 billion streams on Spotify, period. And right now, Drake is one of the most, what is it? He has the most top 100s on Billboard right now. First male ever to do that. So Drake has created his own records for things to, like talk about and do, and own records to break. So congratulations to Drake. Like, big shots out to Aubrey Graham. I can't wait for you to become my husband. Everybody knows that I'm going to marry Drake, and I'm just putting it out there in the universe that I will be marrying him. And when it happens, don't say I didn't tell you so. Anywho, moving right along. So then Nicki Minaj dropped her album, Queen. And when I tell you, Nicki Minaj let us know why she's called Queen, why she is queen of rap. Nicki Minaj is queen of rap. But what's going on with her is almost ridiculous. If y'all haven't caught up or even know the tea or even know what exactly is going on. So lastly, when we left off from the current, I believe maybe the last episode or the episode beforehand, we were sitting up and we were talking about how her and Cardi B had an issue. She talked about how Cardi B was very unappreciative of her getting on Motorsport and doing a song with Nicki Minaj. So Cardi B and Nicki Minaj doing a song together. And Nicki had expressed how irritated and upset she was about, Cardi not caring that she was on the song. She was like, oh my God, she was just so upset about it. And she was like, is that how you act when you're on a song with a legend? Like, she's like, I am legendary. Don't treat me as such, however. And with that being said, it was deeper than rap. Now, at the Met Gala, you seen them chopping it up and going back and forth and talking about it, or however, we thought there was no beef. Everything was fine until New York Fashion Week. We go to sleep. We wake up. Honey, come to find out, Cardi B is being escorted out of a Harper's Bazaar function with a knot on her head, missing one shoe. TMZ reported that Nicki Minaj and Cardi got into a full scrap, and Cardi got escorted out by security, and I'm assuming that she was fighting the security as well. So, on top of all of that, Cardi goes on Instagram talking about how Nicki Minaj is stopping her bag and saying stuff and talking slick in her raps and doing this, that, and the third. Now, y'all always get at me. Y'all always come at me a certain kind of way when I get to telling y'all that was a diss, that was a sneak, that was this, that was that. And then Nicki Minaj always holds her, throws rocks, and hides her hand. Y'all said the same thing about that when she did it to Kim. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about my personal friends. When she did that to Kim with Roman's Revenge and Stupid Hoe, 2 diss songs, she did the same thing with both of them. She did the same thing. And with Queen album, she was definitely throwing shots at Cardi, throwing shots at Remy, throwing shots at whatever female that was going to catch it. Okay? And Cardi said on her Instagram that she's tired of her stopping bags. She's tired of Nicki stopping bags. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna read it verbatim because I don't really feel like, like going back and forth about exactly what was said and what wasn't said. So instead of just, paraphrasing, I'm going to read to you exactly what was said. Cardi said, I've had a lot of shit. I've let a lot of shit slide. I let you sneak diss me. I let you lie on me. I let you attempt to stop my bag, fuck up the way I eat. You threatened other artists in the industry, told them if they work with me, you'll stop fucking with them. I let you talk big shit about me. I addressed you once in person. I addressed you a second time in person. And every time you've copped the plea. But when you mention my child, you chose to like comments about me as a mother and make comments about my ability to take care of my daughter is when all bets are fucking off. I've worked hard and I've came too far to let anybody fuck with my success. Bitches talk all that shit in they raps, but in real life, they pussy. This shit really is for entertainment. So we can take this so many ways, in my opinion. Like, I feel like we can take this in so many ways because you have to remember, Remy Ma said that Nicki was trying to stop her bags and do this and do that and do things like that. K. Michelle said the exact same thing, that Nicki was trying to stop her bags and do everything. Like, she stole the song Anybody Want to Buy a Heart. She stole the song and did it with Meek on her album, and she was just like, I mean, are you serious? Like, who does that? Remy Ma sat on Wendy Williams and talked about how Nicki Minaj was trying to stop bags and do things like that, and behind the scenes work and trying to get things stopped, and so is Cardi B. Now, that's 3 times in a row. 3 times. 3 different females have mentioned that Nicki has tried to stop bitches' bags. And I'm not going to say bitches, chicks' bags. That she's tried to stop bags and stop doing things. Now, if y'all not paying attention to what's going on, it's a trend. Nicki is strategic and she's smart. None of y'all paid attention when Beyonce stopped females' bags. Okay? Understand that. She's still stopping bags to this day. Feel me when I tell you that. Nicki's not stupid. Nicki's not dumb when it comes to this. You can't do blatant things like, oh, I'm going to go out and beat bitches up. I'm going to go and kick butt. I'm going to go do this. No, I'm going to fight with you how the white people fight. I'm going to stop your money. I'm going to stop your flow. I'm going to stop how you eat. And then you'll respect me. Carrie Hilson did a whole diss track about Beyonce and I think Sierra and all of that. Where's Carrie Hilson now? On Twitter right now. Fussing with the whatnots and the who's. That's where she is. It's a couple other bags that Beyonce has stopped. But Nicki not stupid. She's learned from the best. Understand that. So I'm not tripping on her stopping the bags. I'm not tripping on her handling females that way. I'm not tripping on that. But what I do not like, what I don't like, is the fact that Nicki disses chicks in her raps. And then when someone peeps it in response to her, then she want to act all innocent like she didn't do nothing. That's what I don't like. And that's the Sag in her. So shouts out to all the Sagittariuses because that's what y'all do. A lot of y'all do that. Y'all do behind the scenes little stuff, thinking ain't nobody paying attention to you, and then do blatant things, and then be like when you get caught. However. So basically, Cardi decided to run up on Nicki didn't work out so well. So what Nicki did that I thought was really dope, she started a radio show called Queen Radio. And it's on Apple Music, and it's exclusively on Beats Radio. And Nick goes on there once a week, and she rants about things. But here's the smart thing. This is where it's really, really smart for Nicki. Nicki knows that her days are numbered in the music industry. She is very, very, very aware that her days are numbered in the music industry. So she decided to go gracefully into another profession, which is media. And you can act a certain way in the media and talk and do this and do that and do this and do that. But what I do not like about Queen Radio is that Nicki is always very passionate about certain things. She did her research on the whole Cardi B thing. She exposed a lot of details about Cardi and the things that she's been doing and what she's been up to and how she's been, just popping off and calling black women roaches and monkeys and calling dead babies, telling chicks good job because your baby died, like all types of foolishness. She's done a lot, but realistically, nobody's watching Nicki Minaj's play. Nicki knows that her days are numbered in the music industry, so she decided to segue into something that was going to make her a little bit more money. She's smart with it. Same thing with Eminem. Nobody noticed that Shady 45 was when M turned 45. He got a internet radio station and started doing that. And Sway works at Shady 45, and that's how he makes more money, more things. More, just making more bread on top of bread because of what he's doing. So that's another thing. So that's like, that really works on so many levels. Like, she's segueing into that, but she defended herself in that, in that area. She didn't drop a diss track about it. She immediately went in and she addressed it on Queen Radio immediately and told everybody what was going on. And she never said that or never did anything. But here's something that's shocking and that we're not paying attention to. Now, Cardi has all this beef with Nicki, right? She has all this beef with Nicki Minaj, and she's so upset, and this is this big thing, and everything's a problem, and we got all this beef, right? So, mind you, Drake is over there living his best life. Drake is on tour. So last night, Drake thought it'd be a good idea to bring Cardi B on stage to do her version of Motorsport with the Migos, which is not a bad thing. They were in New York. They play Motorsport. They play Cardi B's version. They normally cut Nicki's version off every time they do Motorsport. They cut Nicki's version off the song and just keep it the way it is with Cardi and the Migos, which is cool, but it's just, if you're a real truther and you're gonna dig into it, okay. So then you got that. The Migos bring Cardi B on stage in New York to do Motorsport, which is cool, but you can clearly see it's a bunch of beef with Cardi and Nicki. So therefore, there's not going to be a kumbaya moment, but. I mean, Drake is in Nicki's camp, and that is Young Money, but, rumor has it that Drake is going to be leaving Cash Money, and they're going to be dissolving Cash Money. So, however, Cash Money and Young Money. So, all their contracts will be done and dissolved anyhow. So, you got that. Boom. Then, last week, or earlier in the week, when Drake was in Philly or Boston, Drake made up with Meek Mill, brought Meek on stage. Kumbaya moment. They're good. So here we go. Here's the timeline. Now pay attention. Nicki got a problem with Cardi, but Cardi's cool with Drake. Nicki got a problem with Meek. They broke up. I guess, if it's beef or not, but we gonna call it beef. Toxic relationship, she said they had on Ellen. Drake is now made up with her. I'm sure you'll be able to tell. This is what I'll say. You'll be able to tell if it's some tea in the cup if Drake does a song or does something cool with Remy Ma or Lil' Kim.